Let's be real for a second. You probably think that all fruits are healthy. We've been told our entire lives that fruit is nature's candy, packed with vitamins and nutrients. But guess what? Some of the most common fruits, yes, the ones you eat every day, could actually be hurting you without you even realizing it. These seemingly innocent snacks could be spiking your blood sugar, overloading your kidneys, or even increasing your risk of digestive issues. And here's the scariest part. There's one particular fruit that, if you have kidney problems, could actually send you to the emergency room. Let's talk about something most people don't realize. As we get older, our bodies change, and so does the way we process food, including fruit. When we were younger, we could eat almost anything without worrying too much. But once we hit our 60s, things start to shift. Our metabolism slows down, our digestion becomes more sensitive, and our bodies don't break down sugar as efficiently as they used to. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't fruit supposed to be healthy? Absolutely. But here's the catch. Some fruits, while packed with nutrients, can actually cause serious health problems if you're not careful. Too much sugar, your blood sugar skyrockets. Too much acid, your stomach suffers. Too much potassium, your kidneys could be in trouble. And here's the surprising part. It's not just about what you eat. It's about how your body processes it. Some fruits can cause inflammation, bloating, and even interfere with medications. But don't worry, I'm not here to scare you. My goal today is to help you make smarter choices. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly which 6 fruits to avoid and what to eat instead. Here's something most people don't think about. Just because a food is natural doesn't mean it's always good for you. And that includes fruit. As we age, our bodies process food differently, and some fruits that seemed perfectly fine before can now cause unexpected health issues. There are 3 big reasons why certain fruits can be dangerous for seniors. First, high sugar content. Some fruits are packed with natural sugars that can spike blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of diabetes-related complications. Second, kidney stress. Fruits high in potassium or oxalates can be dangerous for those with kidney disease. Third, digestive problems. Some fruits can trigger acid reflux, bloating, or even pose a choking hazard. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should stop eating fruit altogether, but understanding which ones to limit or avoid can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. Stick with me, because up next, I'm breaking down the 6 worst fruits for seniors, and you might be surprised by some of them.
Let's talk about grapes. They're small, sweet, easy to snack on, and they seem like the perfect healthy treat, right? But here's what most people don't realize: grapes can be a hidden danger, especially for seniors. And I'm not just talking about the dried version. Raisins. Fresh grapes can also cause some serious health concerns. First, let's start with sugar content. Grapes might not seem overly sweet, but they are loaded with natural sugars. Did you know that a single cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar? That's almost as much as a candy bar. For someone trying to manage diabetes or blood sugar levels, eating grapes can cause a rapid spike in glucose, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and even long-term complications. Now, you might be thinking, but grapes are natural. Doesn't that mean their sugar is better for me? Not necessarily. Your body still processes natural sugar the same way as added sugar, and when it's in high amounts, it can cause insulin resistance over time. If you're watching your blood sugar, grapes might not be the best choice for you. Next, let's talk about kidney health. Grapes are high in potassium, which is an important mineral for muscle and nerve function. But if you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, too much potassium can be dangerous. When your kidneys struggle to filter out excess potassium, it builds up in your blood, leading to a condition called hyperkalemia, which can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and in severe cases, even be life-threatening. And if that's not enough, here's another risk that most people never consider: choking hazard. Yes, that's right. Grapes are small, round, and extremely slippery, making them one of the top choking hazards for both children and seniors. If you have difficulty swallowing, suffer from dry mouth, or have neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease, eating whole grapes could be risky. Imagine accidentally inhaling a grape while talking or laughing. Scary, right? It happens more often than you'd think. Now, I know what you're thinking, so are you saying I should never eat grapes again? Not necessarily. The key here is moderation, and knowing when grapes might not be the best option for you. If you love grapes but are concerned about sugar, swap them out for berries like blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries. These have a lower glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar as fast, and they're packed with antioxidants that help fight aging and inflammation. If you have kidney issues, talk to your doctor about potassium intake, and consider choosing apples or pears instead, which are easier on the kidneys. And if you're worried about choking, always cut grapes into halves or quarters before eating to reduce the risk. At the end of the day, grapes aren't inherently bad, but they're not the guilt-free snack that most people think they are. It's all about making smart choices that fit your body's needs. So the next time you reach for a bunch of grapes, ask yourself, do I really need these, or is there a better alternative? Another important thing to consider is portion size. A lot of people don't stop at just a few grapes. It's easy to eat an entire bowl without thinking twice, and that's when the sugar load becomes a real problem. Instead of mindlessly snacking on grapes, try measuring out a small portion and pairing it with a handful of nuts. The protein and healthy fats will help slow down sugar absorption, keeping your blood sugar more stable. And let's not forget the impact on dental health. Grapes contain natural acids that can weaken tooth enamel over time. If you're someone who already deals with sensitive teeth or gum issues, constantly snacking on grapes could make things worse. A good habit: rinse your mouth with water after eating them to help neutralize the acids. So, am I saying grapes are the enemy? No, but they're not as innocent as they seem either. For seniors, being aware of how foods affect your body differently as you age is one of the best things you can do for your health. So next time you're at the grocery store, maybe reach for some blueberries instead of that giant bag of grapes. Your body will thank you for it. All right, let's talk about oranges. They're bright, juicy, refreshing, and packed with vitamin C. Sounds like the perfect fruit, right? Well, not so fast. While oranges do have health benefits, they can also cause some unexpected issues, especially for seniors. First, let's talk about acid reflux. If you've ever eaten an orange and felt that burning sensation creep up your throat, you're not alone. Oranges are highly acidic, and for people who suffer from acid reflux or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, they can be a nightmare. The acidity in oranges can trigger heartburn, indigestion, and discomfort, especially if you eat them on an empty stomach or too close to bedtime. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I love my morning glass of orange juice. It's my go-to for vitamin C. I hear you. But here's the thing: orange juice is even worse than whole oranges when it comes to acid and sugar. Most commercial orange juices strip away the fiber, leaving you with a concentrated dose of sugar, an acid that can erode your tooth enamel and cause a blood sugar spike. Speaking of sugar, oranges are deceptively sweet. A single medium orange contains around 12 grams of natural sugar. That might not sound like a lot, but if you're someone who needs to watch your blood sugar, whether you have prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance, oranges can cause a rapid rise in glucose levels. And when that happens, you might feel an initial energy boost, but soon after, you could crash, feeling tired, sluggish, or even dizzy. And let's not forget kidney health. Oranges are naturally high in potassium, which is a double-edged sword. For most people, potassium is great. It helps regulate blood pressure and muscle function. But if you have chronic kidney disease, TAG, or reduced kidney function, too much potassium can be dangerous. Your kidneys may struggle to filter out the excess, leading to hyperkalemia, which can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and even life-threatening complications. So does that mean you should give up oranges entirely? Not necessarily. If you love the taste of citrus but struggle with acid reflux, try lower acid fruits like bananas or melons. If you're worried about blood sugar spikes, consider pairing an orange with a handful of nuts, or a source of protein to slow down sugar absorption. And if kidney health is a concern, talk to your doctor about how much potassium is safe for you. The bottom line: oranges aren't bad, but they're not the perfect eat as much as you want fruit either. For some people, they can be a refreshing, vitamin-packed snack. But for others, they can lead to stomach pain, sugar spikes, or even kidney issues. So the next time you reach for an orange, think about how your body reacts to it. Listen to your body and make the choice that's best for you. And let's talk about something else: dental health. Have you ever noticed that after eating an orange or drinking orange juice, your teeth feel extra sensitive? That's because the acid in oranges wears down tooth enamel over time, making your teeth more vulnerable to cavities. This is especially important for seniors, as tooth enamel naturally thins with age. A good habit. If you eat an orange, rinse your mouth with water afterward to help neutralize the acid and protect your teeth. Another thing to consider is portion size. Many people think it's fruit, so I can eat as much as I want. But that's not necessarily true. Eating multiple oranges in one sitting means you're consuming a lot of sugar and acid at once, which can increase the risk of digestive discomfort and sugar crashes. Instead of having 2 or 3 oranges in one go, stick to one serving at a time and balance it with other foods. At the end of the day, oranges aren't the enemy, but they're also not a free pass to eat without limits. If you love oranges, enjoy them mindfully, pay attention to how they make you feel, and make sure they fit into your overall health needs. Because when it comes to nutrition, it's all about balance. Let's talk about avocados. I know avocados have been hyped up as a superfood for years now. They're in smoothies, salads, sandwiches, and let's not forget guacamole. But here's the truth, while avocados have their benefits, they can also be a hidden danger for some seniors. First, let's talk about calories and weight gain. Avocados are loaded with healthy fats, but they're also very calorie-dense. Just one medium avocado contains over 230 calories and 21 grams of fat. Now, don't get me wrong, healthy fats are important. But if you're someone who's watching your weight or struggling with slow metabolism as you age, eating too much avocado can easily lead to unwanted weight gain. And let's be real, it's easy to overeat avocados. Who stops at just a quarter of an avocado? Most of us end up eating half, or even a whole avocado in one sitting, especially when it's smashed on toast or blended into a smoothie. That's a lot of extra calories that can add up quickly over time. Now, let's talk about allergies and sensitivities. This one surprises a lot of people, but avocados contain proteins similar to latex, which means if you have a latex allergy, you might experience itching, swelling, or even an allergic reaction after eating avocado. And here's something you probably didn't know: avocados can actually interfere with certain medications. Because they are high in vitamin K, they can interfere with blood thinners like warfarin, making them less effective. If you're on medication for blood clot prevention, you'll want to talk to your doctor before consuming large amounts of avocado. Another issue: digestive discomfort. Avocados are high in fiber, which is great for gut health, but for some seniors, especially those with sensitive stomachs or irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, too much fiber can cause bloating, gas, and even diarrhea. If you've ever felt uncomfortable after eating avocado, this could be why. So, does this mean you should never eat avocados again? Not necessarily, but moderation is key. Instead of eating half or a whole avocado in one sitting, stick to about a quarter. And if you're looking for healthy fats, you can also get them from olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon, which are easier to portion control. If you have digestive issues, try starting with a small amount of avocado to see how your body reacts. And if you're on blood thinning medication, check with your doctor to make sure avocados won't interfere. At the end of the day, avocados aren't bad, but they're also not as guilt-free as they seem. The key is knowing how much is right for your body and making sure it fits into your overall diet without causing problems. So next time you grab an avocado, remember it's all about balance. One more thing, let's talk about how you eat avocados. Have you ever noticed that many avocado dishes are paired with high-calorie add-ons? Think about it: avocado toast usually comes with butter, cheese, or extra toppings, adding even more calories. Guacamole. It's often paired with salty tortilla chips, which can lead to high sodium intake, another issue for seniors watching their blood pressure. Also, let's not ignore avocado oil. It's marketed as a healthy alternative to other cooking oils, and while it does contain beneficial fats, it's still pure fat. A single tablespoon has 120 calories, and many people pour way more than that onto their food without realizing it. At the end of the day, avocados aren't bad, but they require mindful eating. Enjoy them, but pay attention to portion size, your body's reaction, and how they fit into your overall diet. Because when it comes to food, it's not just about what you eat, it's about how much and how often. Alright, let's talk about watermelon. It's the ultimate summer fruit: juicy, refreshing, and perfect for hot days. I mean, who doesn't love biting into a cold slice of watermelon? It's like nature's candy, right? But here's what most people don't realize: watermelon might not be as innocent as it seems, especially for seniors. First, let's talk about sugar content. Watermelon is packed with natural sugars and has a high glycemic index. That means it can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which is a serious concern for diabetics and people with insulin resistance. Just 1 cup of diced watermelon contains around 9 grams of sugar, and because it's so hydrating and light, most people don't stop at just 1 cup. They end up eating multiple servings in one sitting, leading to a major sugar load. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but it's natural sugar, so it's better than processed sugar, right? Well, not exactly. Your body still processes natural sugar the same way, and for those who are sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations, watermelon can lead to energy crashes, mood swings, and even long-term complications if consumed in excess. Next, let's talk about water content and kidney health. Watermelon is made up of over 90% water, which sounds great for hydration, but it can be a problem for people with kidney disease or heart issues. For those with chronic kidney disease, DAG, consuming too much water-rich food can lead to fluid retention. This can cause swelling in the legs, shortness of breath, and even put extra strain on the heart. And speaking of digestion, watermelon can cause bloating and gas in some people, especially when eaten in large amounts. Ever notice how you feel extra full or uncomfortable after a big watermelon snack? That's because watermelon contains a type of sugar called fructose, which some people have trouble digesting properly, leading to bloating and digestive discomfort. So does this mean you should never eat watermelon again? Not necessarily, but you should be mindful of portion sizes. If you love watermelon, try sticking to about 1 cup per serving and pair it with a source of protein or healthy fats, like a handful of nuts, to slow down sugar absorption. And if you have kidney issues, talk to your doctor about how much fluid intake is right for you. There are plenty of other hydrating fruits, like cucumber or cantaloupe, that may be gentler on your system. At the end of the day, watermelon isn't bad, but it's also not a free-for-all food. It's easy to overeat, and for some people, it can cause more harm than good. So the next time you're reaching for a big slice, ask yourself, is this the right choice for me? Listen to your body and always aim for balance. Another thing to consider is portion control. Since watermelon is so refreshing, it's easy to eat a lot without even realizing it. Ever sat down at a picnic and polished off half a watermelon without thinking twice? It happens. But when you eat too much, you're consuming a lot of sugar and liquid at once, which can overwhelm your digestive system. And let's not forget about electrolyte balance. Because watermelon is so hydrating, some people think it's a good idea to eat a lot after a workout. But here's the thing, watermelon is low in sodium. And if you've been sweating a lot, you actually need to replenish your sodium levels, not just drink more water. So if you're using watermelon to rehydrate, consider pairing it with a small amount of salt or an electrolyte drink. The bottom line, watermelon can be a great treat in moderation, but it's not something you should binge on, especially if you have blood sugar concerns, kidney issues, or a sensitive digestive system. As with everything, balance is key. Let's talk about papayas. They're tropical, sweet, and packed with nutrients like vitamin C and fiber. Sounds like a superfood, right? But here's the thing, not everyone reacts well to papayas, especially seniors. There are a few hidden risks that many people don't consider, and today, we're breaking them down. First, let's talk about digestive issues. Papayas contain an enzyme called papain, which helps break down proteins and is often used as a natural meat tenderizer. While that sounds great for digestion, too much papain can actually irritate the stomach lining, leading to bloating, cramps, and even diarrhea. If you already have a sensitive stomach or suffer from acid reflux, IBS, or ulcers, eating papaya could make things worse. Next, let's talk about allergic reactions. Papayas contain compounds similar to latex, which means if you have a latex allergy, you might experience itching, swelling, or even serious allergic reactions after eating papaya. This is something many people don't realize until they start having strange symptoms after consuming the fruit. And here's something surprising, too much papaya can mess with your vitamin levels. Because it's extremely high in vitamin C, eating too much can actually lead to nausea, kidney stones, or digestive discomfort. For seniors who are already taking vitamin C supplements, eating papayas on top of that could push their levels too high, leading to unintended health issues. So, does this mean you should completely avoid papayas? Not necessarily. If you love the taste but struggle with digestion, try eating smaller portions, maybe just a few slices instead of a whole bowl. And if you have a latex allergy, it's best to avoid papayas entirely to prevent potential reactions. If you're looking for a gentler fruit alternative, try bananas or melons. They're easier on the stomach and won't carry the same allergy risks. And remember, it's not just about what you eat, but how much and how often. So next time you're craving papaya, ask yourself, is this really the best choice for my body today? Listen to what your body is telling you. Another important thing to consider is papaya seeds. Have you ever heard that papaya seeds are a natural remedy for digestive health? Some people claim they can help with parasites and detoxification, but here's the catch: papaya seeds contain papain, a compound that can be toxic in large amounts. Eating too many papaya seeds can cause digestive distress and even affect nerve function. So if you've been adding them to your smoothies or eating them whole, you might want to rethink that habit. And let's not forget about hormonal effects. Some research suggests that papayas, especially unripe papayas, contain compounds that can influence hormone levels. In traditional medicine, papaya has been used to regulate menstrual cycles, but for seniors, this hormonal effect might not be desirable. If you're on hormone therapy or have thyroid issues, it's a good idea to check with your doctor before eating large amounts of papaya. At the end of the day, papayas can be a healthy fruit in moderation, but they're not for everyone. If you have a sensitive stomach, a latex allergy, or concerns about vitamin levels, you may want to limit your intake or choose a different fruit altogether. The key is to listen to your body and make choices that support your health, because not all healthy foods are healthy for everyone. Let's talk about Starfruit. It's exotic, unique, and looks beautiful on a plate. It's often praised as a low-calorie, vitamin-rich fruit, and let's be honest, it's fun to eat. But here's what most people don't know: for some people, Starfruit can be extremely dangerous. First, let's talk about its impact on kidney health. If you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, you should avoid Starfruit at all costs. Why? Because Starfruit contains a neurotoxin that healthy kidneys can filter out, but compromised kidneys cannot. This means that if your kidneys aren't functioning properly, the toxin can build up in your system and lead to serious neurological issues like confusion, seizures, or even coma. And here's the scary part: it doesn't take much to cause damage. Even one small serving of Starfruit can trigger these effects in people with kidney problems. There have been multiple medical case reports of individuals with kidney disease experiencing slurred speech, vomiting, and convulsions after eating Starfruit. This isn't just a mild risk, it's a real and life-threatening danger. But kidney disease isn't the only concern. Even if you have perfectly healthy kidneys, Starfruit might still cause issues. It's naturally high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stone formation. If you've ever had a kidney stone before, you know how incredibly painful they are, and if you haven't, trust me, you don't want to find out. Now, let's talk about digestive issues. Starfruit has a very tart, citrus-like flavor, which means it's also high in acid content. For people who have acid reflux or GERD, eating Starfruit can trigger heartburn, stomach pain, and irritation in the digestive tract. And here's something surprising: Starfruit can interfere with medications. Just like grapefruit, it contains compounds that affect how your liver processes certain drugs. This means that if you're taking medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or anxiety, Starfruit could make those drugs less effective or intensify their side effects. So, should you eliminate Starfruit from your diet if you have kidney disease? But even if you're otherwise healthy, you might want to think twice before making it a regular part of your diet. If you love tropical fruits and are looking for a safer alternative, try mangoes or pineapples in moderation. They have a similar sweet tart flavor profile without dangerous effects on the kidneys or liver. At the end of the day, Starfruit might look like a fun, harmless snack. But for some people, it's a ticking time bomb. The best thing you can do: know your body, know your health risks, and always make informed choices about what you eat. One more thing to keep in mind: not all doctors warn their patients about the risks of Starfruit. This means that if you or a loved one has kidney disease, you might not have been told how dangerous it can be. That's why spreading awareness is so important. If you know someone with kidney issues, make sure they know to stay away from this fruit. It could literally save their life. And let's talk about children for a second. While most of the dangers we've discussed apply to seniors, young children with developing digestive systems may also experience stomach pain or discomfort after eating too much Starfruit. So if you have grandkids or little ones in your family, it might be best to keep this fruit off their plate as well. So what's the takeaway here? Starfruit might look beautiful, but for some people, it's simply not worth the risk. If you have any concerns, talk to your doctor. And remember, when it comes to food, what works for one person might not work for another. Your health always comes first. So now you know not all fruits are created equal, especially as we get older. While fruits are packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, some of them can do more harm than good if you have certain health conditions. We've covered 6 fruits that seniors should be cautious about: grapes, oranges, avocados, watermelon, papayas, and starfruit. Each one comes with its own risks, whether it's spiking blood sugar, stressing the kidneys, causing digestive issues, or interfering with medications. Now, this doesn't mean you have to eliminate these fruits from your diet, but it does mean you should be smart about how you eat them. Watch your portions, pay attention to how your body reacts, and choose alternatives when necessary. Remember, making better food choices isn't about restriction, it's about empowering yourself with knowledge. By knowing what works for your body, you can keep enjoying the foods you love without compromising your health. So, what was the most surprising thing you learned today? Drop a comment below. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Stay healthy. And I'll see you in the next one.